today, guys, what we are doing is a session all about defending, right? Like that. That's what I meant by the shouting out. Now, the defending that we're going to be doing today, Dilla, right? Basically, we're looking at how to protect and how to press. So there's two different ways we're going to try and defend today. But one of them is a really positive way of defending called pressing, where we run at the ball, we try and tackle, we try and go get the ball, we win it high up the pitch so we can try and score. But the other way is actually quite a defensive and protective way of looking after the goal and making sure that no one can get in. You sometimes drop off a little bit. Sometimes you actually don't even really put any pressure on the ball. And we're going to look at, if you are really good, if we can do both within the same game. So what's going to happen, guys, is we're going to set you up in teams. We are going to split you probably into a couple of teams of 5. Pretty much from the very start of the session, okay? Have a sit down for me, dude, just so everybody can see. So we've got 5 players in that half. We've got 5 players in this one down here. And all we're going to look at to start with is protection. So we've put a white line of pancakes as a halfway line across the pitch. Can everyone see that white line? Yeah. Perfect. Point to it. Make sure you're not lying. All right, yeah, you're not lying. Fair enough. And what we're going to do, basically, guys, is you are just going to try and protect in your half of the pitch. So your goalkeeper is going to stay in his goal. Your defenders are going to tuck in. Your attacking players even are just going to try and protect and not try and win the ball over the halfway line in the attacking half. These guys, when they've got the ball, are they going to stand here all day or are they going to start bringing it towards you? Well, they will probably start to attack and come into your half. And when the ball goes over that white line, we have set a little trap. And that trap, a bit like Home Alone, is as soon as they cross that white line, boom, my ball. I'm getting it. I'm taking it off you.
No.
But this is what happens, Ethan, right? If you try and win the ball really high up by pressing, and you come right up here, and you come right up here, and you come right up here, what happens to the gaps between your players? Go on, Ala.
They get smaller.
No, the gaps between your players.
They get bigger.
Yeah, exactly. You were on the right lines. They actually get bigger. And when those gaps get bigger, it's easier to pass through, it's easier to run through, and it's easier to score. So the reason we are starting with our protect is to make sure those gaps stay nice and small, and we are trying to keep a clean sheet. Does anyone know what a clean sheet means?
You keep a sheet of paper for a goalkeeper.
That's common that people say that. It's not just for a goalkeeper. If you keep a clean sheet, then who helps keep the clean sheet? Just the keeper or the whole team? The whole team. Even your attackers help you keep a clean sheet. So we're going to look at protecting our goal first. We'll talk about press later. You got it? Red team, into me. Remember, in this game, we do not need to go running up into their half of the pitch. That's the wrong tactic. The tactic today is protect.
Stay back and let them come into our side and protect.
Imagine you were going to build a wall in front of your goal. You won't build it over there, would you? It won't protect your goal. You're going to build a wall of players that are nice and close to our goal, okay? They're going to get 5 chances to score. They get 5 balls. If we can manage to stop every single ball going in the net, what does that give us? What did we call it on the board? A clean sheet, Ollie, good. So we're going to try and keep a clean sheet from 5 balls. You think we can do it?
Yeah!
Who's our keeper? Ahmad, good boy. Are we ready to go? Let's remember, it's protect, not press. We protect. Can we protect the goal as best we can? Ball number 1. You didn't concede after 1 ball. Reds, that was excellent because none of our players went running off into the wrong half of the pitch. We all protected the goal really well there. Same job. That's 1 ball down, 4 more to go. Let's go. Oh my word, he just scored. Ethan, who scored that? Yusuf. Yusuf, that's against the rules. You're not supposed to score. Ball number 5, Blues. Into me. Ahmad, well done. Everyone in. Come and have a sit down. Red team, what did you keep? A clean sheet, most importantly. You protected your goal well there, boys. Now, blue team, not only did you not manage to score there, you didn't keep a clean sheet because Yusuf smashed a clearance and it somehow went in the top corner. But don't worry, Blues, because now it's your turn. So we're gonna change sides because this is the side we're going to protect. So Blues are going to come and play up here. Reds are now going to be our attacking players. Same rules, 5 balls. See how many they can score. Now, blue team, we've gone very, very wide when we are defending. Which part of the pitch are we trying to protect? The wide areas or the middle? The middle. So come in the middle. Alex, tuck in the middle. Squeeze in, squeeze in, squeeze in, squeeze in. Ilya, we're too wide, buddy. What are you? Our in the net, right? So get near the net. If you're protecting the net, you get near the net. We don't want you too wide. We want you to protect the middle of the pitch, okay? They can't score if they don't get through the middle. Already spotted an issue. Ilya went running straight into that half. Which half do we stay in, Blues? We try and protect first, okay? Ball number 1 is done. Ball number 2, we ready? Ahmad, get a ball. Let's play from there. Protect the middle, Ilya. Protect. Don't let them through. Can you stay solid and protect the middle? Excellent, Ethan. Lovely switch, Ethan. Good protection. Ooh. Now, Awab, that's a risky way to protect it, shooting at your own goal, dude. It's a lot easier to kick it that way than this way. You got lucky. Corner ball. The ball's still in place. It's a corner. Good effort, dude.
Come on, why don't we have interviews?
Good save. Put it over the halfway line and it's out there.
Why don't we have interviews?
Good, Arlo. Well done. Ball number 3. Ethan, let's play from there. New keeper, Awab. New keeper, Awab. Arlo, remember, protect the middle. Dylan, don't go running out of there. Good, Dylan. Can you be difficult to break down, Blues? The Reds will try and find a way in. I like it, Ahmad. He's tried to find a way in. Good lad. Ilya gets there. Good protection, Dylan. Whoa, Ilya, what are you kicking the camera for? Try and kick the ball, Ilya, not the camera. Excellent from Arlo. All right, is that ball number 4? We are on. So, Tom, we're on ball number 5. We've still not conceded a goal. So we've got our clean sheet. Come on. This is excellent, Dill. Uh-oh, they're not protecting the middle very well here. Ethan, good effort. Play on, play on, play on. Game over. Blue team, well done. Everybody back in. Guys, make sure you can see the tactics board. Don't look at the camera. We don't want to see your faces, boys. I want to see the back of your head. That's the prettier bit. Right. First of all, can I say a massive well done to both teams keeping clean sheets there. Give yourselves a lot of round of applause. Well done. Give someone on your team a little pat on the back and tell them well played. Go on, well played, well played. Well played. Now, guys, that was excellent. Everyone have a sit down. Dylan, Awab, sit down. That was really good. But the problem is, if you just protect, like we went a little bit to the extreme there, where we literally said to you, don't even go on the other half of the pitch. Just try and protect everything. Just build like a little fort in front. You ever built a fort in your living room? Yeah. I love building forts. You never grow out of that. My 2-year-old likes building forts, and I haven't told his mum, but I actually enjoy it more than he does. I love it. Anyway, so we built a little fort in front of our goal. We made it very, very difficult for the other team to get through. We had really good protection, so that's a big tick. The problem is, when we do that, what don't we put on the ball? Pressure. We don't put any pressure on the ball. And if we don't put any pressure on the ball, then every time we win it, what did we have to do? We just kind of had to boot it, didn't we? We got a little bit stuck and it was like, well, we've won the ball, but we're really close to our own goal and it's a bit risky. So let's just kick it as far as we can. And I even, at one point, I heard someone say a horrible word. They said, boot it. You don't say that in football. It's a horrible word. Should you? Because if you boot the ball up there, who do you give it to? The other team, and then what do? They attack again, and then you get the ball back and you boot it, and then they attack again, and then you boot, and you're just stuck in this cycle. So when we get the ball, ideally we should try and find one of our teammates. When you say boot it, what you usually mean is kick it without even thinking. Is that a good idea? No. How about kick it with a plan? How about kick it to a player who's making a run or into a good space?
Yeah.
The problem is, guys, because all we've done so far is protect and not press, when we win the ball, we're really close to our own goal. So what we're going to look at now is the total opposite of that. We are now, every time the red team start with the ball up here, we are now going to actually try and press in their half. We are going to break that halfway line, and we are going to make sure they can't get out. We are going to put them under a huge amount of what? Pressure. So it's the opposite. We might do press and protect at the same time, but that's in about 15 minutes. What we're going to do is we're going to see how good we can be at pressing first. And if we get really good at this and we can do that, then we'll try and bring them both together. Ooh. Got it? Yeah. So for now, when we get the goal kick and the kid's about to play out, we are not going to stand in our half. We are going to get into their half. Finally. We're going to make it really hard for them to get past us. Yes. If anything, Dylan, not only are you allowed in their half, we want you in their half. That's the best place to be now. But the other thing that happens, Ollie, here, is if the red team do give the ball away and the Blues win it, Are they going to boot it or shoot? Yeah, they're close enough to goal. They can actually score now. Okay, everyone ready to go? Who was the first team to defend? Team have forgotten a very important part of the session. We've just done protect. What are we doing now? Come and press. So, Tammy, what I'd love you to do is come and mark Arlo. Yeah? Yusuf, can you get Dylan? Ollie, can you get someone? Ethan, you get someone? There we go. Now they're under a lot more pressure.
Let's remember we want to find space.
Blues, can you find a space? You're under a lot of pressure. Can you still find space? Awab, that run is excellent. Now, guys, hold it there. Hold for a second. Red team have forgotten a couple of basics. Yes, you've got players in this half, but how many blue players have got space? 1, 2, 3, 4. So being in this half isn't enough. You've got to get close to people. Ollie, without any John Cena moves next time, all right, mate? Now, Rohan, you feel like you found a space and he's ruined it. So can you find another? Can you find another? Find another. Find another. Keep finding spaces. Always looking for spaces. Good pressing from Reds. That's better.
Yeah.
For the red team, didn't concede a single goal, did you?
No.
The difference this time, though, Reds, is yes, you still kept your clean sheet really well, but what did you create for yourselves? No. Shots, shooting chances, loads of opportunities to score. So what was impressive there, guys, is you still managed to keep the clean sheet by winning the ball back, but because you were winning the ball back higher up the pitch, you were then actually able to try and score yourself. And I think if it wasn't for some good goalkeeping and a couple of unlucky shots, you might have actually managed to steal a couple of goals there. And you kept your clean sheet. That's impressive. Blues, do you reckon you can do it better?
Yeah.
Can you actually put a ball in the back of the net this time? So, get ready with your press. Red team, we've swapped halves. That's good. Now, Jasper, what we've got to do here is anytime you find a space, the Blues are going to come over and turn your good position into a bad position. So anytime they do that, you've got to find another good position, then another good position. Keep finding good positions, dude. All right. What's your what? You run too much?
Yeah.
That's exactly why I'm taking this breather, Ethan. Dylan. Why do I always call you Ethan?
Ouch.
Guys, everybody, put your butt on the grass.
Okay. What did you say?
There we go. Right. So, there was a few things I was impressed with there. First of all, both teams were trying to press really high up the pitch and win the ball as high as possible. That was good. The problem when you do that is if you go for like full press, what do you lose? You lose a bit of protection, don't you? And it happened a couple of times to the Blues. Blues, you did a fantastic job of pressing in this half, but because the red team managed to get the ball back here and you had no protection, you still ended up conceding goals. Now, red team did a really good job of pressing and they managed to just about either win it up here or get back and get a bit of protection back before the goal was scored. But what we need to do now is split you guys in two. So part of the problem is if your whole team presses like we did then that's really, really good for maybe winning the ball back. But if you don't win the ball, you've got no protection. Or if, like we did at the beginning when we went a bit crazy and we said, let's make every single player on our team protect the goal, then there's no pressure on the ball. You can't win it high up and you might never actually score. So do you reckon if you split your team in half and decided, let's have half the team as pressing players and half the team as protecting players, do you think you'd be able to do it?
Yeah.
So the idea here, Ethan, is that we know our jobs, because what some kids do is they go, well, I think I might be a protection player, but I also quite like pressing, so I'm going to run over here. And then what do we lose? We lose the protect, don't we? So we need to make sure that if you are given that role to protect, then you stay doing that job as best you can, and you stay close to your teammates. Responsibility.
You lose protection is because
one player at a time.
One player can't protect like 11 people on the pitch.
Exactly. But if everybody comes back to make sure we've definitely got protection, we lose all that pressure that we want as well. So what we need to do now is chop our team in half. If you've got 6 players, then you would have 3 pressing players and 3 protection players. Make sense? And if you have 7 players, then what would you rather do? Do you think you should have an extra protection player or an extra pressing player? There is no right answer. It's entirely up to you. You choose. All right. So we're going back into the game. The red team are going to be defending, but I want to see that they can have pressing players and protecting players. Let's see if they can do it. So guys, the kids are in a game now where they've been split into half. So we've got 3 players for the red team who are trying to protect, who are just concentrating on defending in their own half, and then 3 players who are trying to press and go win the ball high up in the other half. We have explained to the kids that the red team can drop back if their pressing players need to come and help protect. But what the protecting players can't do is break that halfway line and add to the press and leave us vulnerable at the back. Both teams are now doing it in a match and see if they can perform it in the game. Red keeper had it up here, and when the ball went back to the red keeper, the blue team didn't really move. They didn't drop because they were a protecting player. They didn't come up here to try and press as a pressing player. You all just kind of stood still. And then the keeper just booted it long. So, blue team, right now, who is your protecting players? Who's protecting your defence?
Blue.
So, Rohan, what's the problem with protecting if you're up here? You're too far from the goal. So, drop off, drop off, drop off, drop off. Who's my pressing players for the Blues? You three. So, when the ball comes from this keeper, you guys got to do your best to win it and press it. All right? Ahmad, get ready to take the goal kick. Ethan, ball over here. Go press, go press, go press, Blues. Dylan, good boy. Great pressing, Dylan. And he's won it back. Excellent, Dill. Good protection from Rohan. He was there and ready. What a ball that is, Rohan. Good protection, Jasper. Gets across quickly. Good boy, Jasper. Fantastic. What a dribble that is from Arlo. Oh, good. The whole point to this is making sure that when you press, you don't just run at the ball. Because what's the ball probably about to do when you get there? The ball's about to kick. You're doing English before, you guys. It's probably about to be kicked. It's about to be passed. It's about to be moved. What's tending to happen at the minute, guys, right? Imagine I've got my red team around here, okay? And we've got blue team spread out like this. The ball goes to a blue player, and all three red players go to try and press him. Then the ball gets passed over there. What happened to all three of those? They're now just completely out of the game, aren't they?
They're going to dribble and then shoot and score.
How about, right, if when a player's got the ball, instead of all three players going to get him, what if one player goes to get the ball, and then the next player goes to mark his next pass? And then the next player goes to mark his next pass. And then if you win it there, great. But if he passes it, guess what? He's still under pressure. And if he passes it, he's still under pressure. But what we've been doing is sending a lot of men at the ball, and then with one pass, there is no pressure on the ball. Everyone got that? Yeah. That's the last part of the session. See if you can do it. Off you go.